Hey everyone, Momza here on this hump day. Hope you all are having a good week so far. Hey, we're halfway there, so hang in there. Friday's just in the distance. We can just see it up ahead. So for today's review, I'm gonna do one of my handshakes because I really don't want to have to move these handshakes with me when I move at the end of the month. And I think I've already mentioned previously that Bardstown Bourbon Company happens to be like in the top five um, distilleries that I just truly enjoy. So far, I've yet to have anything from them that I don't enjoy. So I'm going to do this handshake of the Discovery 13. I've heard a lot of great things about this one. So Amanda, who gave me this handshake, was nice enough to send it to me so that I can try it. With it being, I knew it was going to be hard for me to get a hold of. I so I honestly I just didn't even try. Looking into it a little bit since I don't have the bottle here. One of the things in my research that I was looking at is that I guess this is the first time that Bardstown actually, for their Discovery series, used a secondary aging process where they aged in an American oak and then in a Hungarian oak barrels. So I guess this is something really new for them. When I looked up the mash bill itself on Bardstown's website, they are showing that, this mash bill's all over the place. There's a blend of 45% from Kentucky that was aged 9 years. That's coming in at 74% corn, 18% rye, 8% malted barley. Then there's a 22% that's blended in. That's another 9-year Kentucky that's coming in at 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. Then an additional 20% from Kentucky is, they're saying it's aged 15 years with a mash bill of 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. And then finally, 13% of the blend is an 8-year out of Kentucky that's coming in at 70% corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley. So, shoo-wee, that's there's a whole lot going on there. I guess also, oh, she put that on there tight. I guess also, like I was saying, they're saying that this is really the first time in their Discovery series that this has been double barreled. So, I've not, I'm so new to this. I've not had any, from 12 backwards. I haven't had any of them because again, I'm so new to this. But wow, I'm loving that very dark, like amber color to that. That is really dark. I'm really hoping that with it being this dark, that perhaps there's I'm hoping maybe I'll like get some maple or chocolate or brown sugar or something. So let's see what this is on the nose. Right away, I'm getting an oak on it. Come on, go away, oak. But yeah, now, let's see. Ooh, I was hoping for that, to get that dark chocolate, brown sugar, oh, even some caramel in there. Maybe some kind of like a burnt marshmallow too. That's that is a great nose. I Again, I wait to be disappointed from Bardstown. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, just the really after you let that musty oak or whatever that oak kind of dissipate from your nostrils, the chocolate and, like I said, and brown sugar and caramel and maybe like some toasted marshmallow really starts coming through. All right, let's see what this tastes like. Please taste as good as you smell. Right away, I'm getting some significant baking spices. Um, Kind of reminds me of clove, like I got out of one of the new riffs that I had tried. It's very rich on the palate, too. Now I'm starting to get that brown sugar that I got on the nose. Thankfully, there's a hint of chocolate in there, a little bit of maple. Is that maple or maybe it's butterscotch? I mean, depending on your palate, you can go either way. I mean, it might be butterscotch. To me, it seems more maple. Wow, that is really good. I knew I was going to be so disappointed that I wasn't able to get my hands on it. So as far as the finish goes, it's definitely bold. Those baking spices that you get on the palate definitely carry over and become kind of peppery, so to speak. But there's this hint of a like little bit of a sweetness as well that kind of like stays on the palate. I mean, overall, this is great. I mean, this is kind of like a savory, sweet blend, if you will. There's not a lot of sweetness to it, but you do get a hint of the sweetness. Some might even, instead of like picking up the chocolate like I'm picking up, it may even be like some dark fruits, like a black cherry or, black raspberry or something to that effect. But yeah, cheers to bars. No. See, again, I won't edit this. I mean, what you see is what you get. I'm as real as they come. Cheers to Bardstown on this Discovery 13. The one thing that may turn some people off is the MSRP. I noticed on their website is $139.99, so you might as well say $140. But I mean, if you consider the fact that there was, a couple 9 years, a 15-year, and an 8-year, and it's double barreled between, a Hungarian barrel and, an American barrel, for lack of a better way to say it. I think it coming in at like 140 for MSRP isn't bad. Being a huge Bardstown fan, I'd buy it. I'm not gonna lie, and especially since their discovery season, their discovery season only happens like really once a year. So I'm really bummed that I missed it. That's one of the biggest downsides I think as far as bourbon goes is to hear all kinds of great reviews and then either have to pay ridiculous price on the secondary market for it, you know, like when Penelope dropped their Rio, like I couldn't find it in Ohio to save my life, or even in northern Kentucky. I could find it all over the secondary market for, you know, 2 and 3 times, you know, worth what, you know, Penelope was selling it for. So that's a little bit of a downside, and I'm sure the Discovery 13 is the same way. I really appreciate Amanda, you know, sending me this handshake of it. She was nice enough to put it in a 2-ounce bottle, so I probably saved this other half for a little bit, another time for a little bit of treat for myself. So yeah, there you have it. My review of Bardstown Discovery Series 13. I definitely would give this a 9 out of 10 easily. And yeah, see, that just reminds me, I still need to come up with, you know, some rating scale that's, you know, a little less generic than, you know, 9 out of 10. But anyway, we'll work on that. So enjoy the rest of this hump day. And as always, please drink responsibly. Cheers.